Friends, imagine an innocent little kitten, so cute it melts your heart. But in reality, it's a terrifying monster capable of destroying the entire world in an instant. He considers himself just an ordinary kitten, but the blood of a destructive beast runs through his veins. What happens when a great warrior is reborn as a pet? If you've started this recap, don't leave without subscribing and hitting that bell, because today's story is gonna blow your mind. The story begins in a dark, desolate cave. A man opens his eyes. His head feels heavy, and he can't remember anything. Suddenly, hazy memories return. A demon's sword, pain, and then death. The meaning was clear. He had been reincarnated. But how? And in whose body? Just then, a system menu opens up in front of him, just like in a video game. And what he read completely floored him. He has become an S-rank behemoth. In human books, a behemoth is a monster so powerful that even an entire army falls short of defeating it. Just think about it. In his past life, he was a noble knight who swore to protect humanity. And now look at the twist of fate. He has become an anti-human monster himself. Amidst this confusion, he goes to a lake to drink some water. As soon as he sees his reflection in the water, there's no monster, but a tiny, cute kitten staring back. Seeing this, he tries to scream, but instead of a roar, a meow comes out that echoes through the whole city. On the other side, with the first ray of sun, we see a beautiful elf girl. She opens her window with great enthusiasm and gets ready for her journey, not forgetting to take her two sharp swords along. Back in the cave, our knight is still in shock. From a great warrior to a pet animal. Well, at least he's alive. That's enough. Just then, he spots a slime, a weak E-rank creature. Our hero thinks, I hope this jelly doesn't eat me. Scared, he checks his menu and finds a skill called Stone Howl. Without wasting any time, he attacks that slime. Boom! The slime is defeated. He was starving, so he thought, why not taste this slime? And as soon as he ate it, miracle! The taste was amazing, but the system also revealed that he could steal his prey's skills. Wow! Now the party really begins. Meanwhile, that elf girl crosses the river on a boat and reaches a huge arena like a coliseum. Guards stop him at the gate, but as soon as she shows her golden necklace, the doors open. But the real action is happening in the cave. Our little kitten wasn't going to stop now. He defeated a B-rank wyvern and gained the ability to fly. Then, taking down a minotaur, he obtained the power of fire and ice, fireball and ice lance. He even ate a stone golem and developed an iron body. And finally, killing a poisonous snake, he stole its venom too. Now, this was no ordinary kitten, but a walking weapon. Wandering in the cave, he sees a shining treasure chest. Being a knight, he had never seen such treasure. But as soon as he got close, a strange sound came. Danger. But it was too late. That chest was a teleportation trap. The very next moment, he was in a new place. When he looked up, his breath stopped. Standing right in front of him was an S-rank Earth Dragoness. In a deep female voice, the Dragoness said, the punishment for disturbing my sleep is death. The dragon attacked with her tail. Our kitten responded with Stone Howl, but against the dragon, it was just a joke. Attacks started coming one after another. The dragon tried to crush him. The kitten immediately activated his iron body, but the dragon's strength was so immense that his shield broke, and he was badly wounded. Blood started flowing. Death was standing right in front of him. Gathering his courage, he struck the dragoness right in the eye, spread his new wings, and somehow managed to escape with his life. Meanwhile, that elf girl was making her way through the cave's corridors. Suddenly, she stopped and drew her swords. Old memories came flooding back to her of watching someone fight. Let's go back to our hero. He is badly wounded and covered in blood. Dragging himself, he somehow reaches the exit of the dungeon, but he has no strength left in his body. He collapses right there. Through blurry eyes, he sees someone approaching him. He thought it might be a monster and that his end was certain today. But it wasn't a monster. It was that same elf girl. Seeing the tiny injured animal, she panics and runs over to scoop him up. Everything fades to black. Sometime later, our hero opens his eyes. He is lying on a soft bed, his entire body wrapped in bandages. Fate had given him a new life, and perhaps a new companion too. When the elf girl brings him food, our hero feels she isn't just an ordinary girl, but an angel. She plays with his nose and cuddles him, and he can't understand why she isn't afraid. After all, on the inside, he is a monster. But time passed. The girl nursed him day and night, applying ointment to his wounds and feeding him with her own hands. One day, as she placed a bowl of milk down for him and turned to leave, a thought crossed Thomas, the kitten's mind. This girl saved him from the jaws of death, gave him a home, food, and most importantly, love. In that moment, he decided, from today on, she is my master, and I am her guardian. No matter what happens, I won't let any harm come to her. Afraid that she might get in trouble alone, he secretly jumped from the roof without being seen and hid straight in the boat where the elf was. Soon enough, they reached that same dangerous dungeon. The elf was moving forward, and our tiny bodyguard was right behind her like a shadow. After all, a girl all alone in such a dangerous place, he was bound to worry. Further ahead in a corridor, 3 goblins were standing guard. The elf immediately used an acceleration spell and finished all 3 of them off with lightning speed. Later, she cut off their ears as proof. The kitten was amazed watching watching this. Such speed. Even though she was holding back because of her heavy swords, she was still incredible. But just then, a fourth goblin entered the room. This wasn't a warrior, it was a mage. As soon as he appeared, he launched a fireball at the elf. The elf was distracted and was about to be burned when suddenly, swish, our hero jumped in between and pushed the elf to the ground. Now, he couldn't reveal his monster identity, so he did exactly what a normal angry cat would do. He scratched the goblin's face with his claws. The goblin lost his balance and tumbled straight down the stairs. The elf was left dumbfounded. What is my lovely kitten doing here? Anyway, the job was done. In the evening, both headed home on foot. On the boat right back, the elf cuddled him so much that he felt like he was in the softest and warmest paradise on earth. When they reached the city's adventurers guild, it was a sight to behold. Everyone was staring at the elf, and everyone was jealous of that kitten who was happily clinging a ham close to the elf. Just then, Lord Casman enters, a total creep and a rich spoiled brat. He tries to impress the elf and says, "Join my team, baby. I'll keep you very happy." Arya flatly refused, but the man tried to force his hand toward her. That was the last straw. Tama couldn't hold back. As soon as Casman's hand got close, chomp! Tama bit his hand. Casman screamed and drew his sword in a rage. "I'll slice this animal in two right now." Before any bloodshed could occur, the guild receptionist, Arnold, stopped Casman. Violence is forbidden inside the guild, Lord Casman. Afraid of being humiliated, Casman made an excuse and ran away. Arya thanked Arnold, whom she affectionately called Anna. Anna's eyes fell on the kitten. "It looks like you found a new bodyguard, just like a knight," Anna said. Arya smiled. "He has saved my life twice. From today on, his name is Tama, and he is a member of my family." Hearing this, Tama was overwhelmed with emotion. He wouldn't have to wander in a cave anymore. He had found a home. Happy that the mission was complete, Arya started petting Tama, but she accidentally touched a sensitive spot. Tama squirmed around, and it caused quite a scene. A few hours later, Arya was completely drunk. She was complaining that her lovely Tama wasn't paying any attention to her. "If you don't behave yourself, you won't get to take a bath with me." And in the very next scene, Tama was right there in the bathtub with Arya. Being a noble knight, Tama was trying his best not to look down there, but where else could the poor guy look? While bathing, Arya revealed a deep secret. "Will I ever be able to become strong? In my childhood, demons destroyed my village. Back then, a hero with a holy sword came and saved all our lives. I swore that I would become just like him." Hearing this, Tama was shocked. That holy sword was none other than Alicia, the very same sword Tama used in his past life, which meant Arya's inspiration was none other than him. Feeling sad, Tama wiped away Arya's tears with his tiny paw and comforted her. The next day, as they were walking through the market, everyone was showing respect to Arya, but the happiness wasn't going to last long. As soon as they returned to the guild, the situation was tense. Anna shouted, "Arya, run away from here!" But it was too late. Lord Casman had returned, and this time he wasn't alone. In his hand, he held a royal decree from the Baron. The order was clear. The animal that injured Lord Casman is to be given the death penalty. Arya started pleading, begging them to spare her Tama. Then Casman set a condition, a duel. "If you defeat me, this cat stays alive. But if you lose," Casman said with a nasty smile, "then you will have to marry me." Trapped and helpless, Arya had no other choice. She accepted the condition.
In the dead of night, before the duel began, the arrogant C-rank Casman, underestimating his opponent, gave her permission to get help from anyone. But when no one stepped up, little Tama entered the battlefield to save his master. Seeing this, Casman burst into laughter, but Anna reminded him that this cat was Arya's true knight in shining armor. As soon as the fight started, Tama realized that winning while hiding his powers would be difficult. Meanwhile, Arya attacked using her acceleration skill, but Casman used his cape to throw her back, taunting her that she would look better holding a kitchen knife than a sword. Hearing this, Tama's blood boiled. Just as Casman disarmed Arya and tried to get close to her, Tama jumped in between, blocking the sword with his iron body, and with a powerful roar, sent Casman flying into the air, where, by a twist of fate, he landed straight onto a vertical sword right in his sensitive area, and the game ended right there. Tama thought his S-rank identity would be revealed to everyone, and he would be killed, but surprisingly, everyone mistook him for an elemental cat and started celebrating, while Anna declared Arya the winner. The next morning, when Tama woke up, he went close to Arya's face to show affection and accidentally licked her ear, causing Arya to make a strange sound that surprised even Tama, though Arya seemed to enjoy it a lot. After this, they went to visit a blacksmith named Vulcan Ferreira, who was a tiger woman. As soon as they saw Tama, both girls swooned over his cuteness. Arya then had a custom armor made for him that could adjust its size with magic to fit a growing Tama. To understand the problem with Arya's swords, Vulcan went with them to the dungeon, where she demonstrated her terrifying strength by crushing goblins in a single blow. She also used her fiery fists to show off her magic, leaving Tama stunned at just how powerful tiger people really are. Just then, an orc appeared. Arya went to fight it, but when she got into trouble, Tama acted as her shield once again to save her, and Arya seized the opportunity to finish off the orc. After the fight, Vulcan explained that Arya's long swords were actually her weakness, throwing off her her balance. To fix this, they had to go to the next floor, where Vulcan told them to fight weaker monsters like ropers. Hearing this, Arya couldn't understand at all how this would make her stronger, but the real training was just about to begin. At that moment, Tama was afraid that these ropers might trap Arya in her tentacles. Vulcan explained that Arya needed to focus on her movements. Only then would she learn. In the first attack, Arya used acceleration, but she had to retreat because of the tentacles. Tama observed that Arya couldn't get close using her normal style. Suddenly, a tentacle hit her and the sword in Arya's right hand fell. But Arya didn't give up, and as soon as the sword dropped, her speed increased because now the weight was less. She kept attacking, dodging the tentacles, but suddenly the monster broke her remaining sword too. Arya was now unarmed. Without wasting any time, Vulcan threw her dagger and the broken blade. Arya caught both weapons and plunged them straight into the creature. The roper collapsed. Now Arya understood. The heavy swords were her obstacle. She charged at the second roper with lightning speed using the broken sword. She cut through some tentacles, but that monster spewed a nasty liquid all over her. Arya turned red with anger. Only my Tama is allowed to do something like that. With triple fury, she sliced the roper into pieces and named her new move Windblade. After the victory, Tama ran happily to Arya. He thought it was a good opportunity to steal some skills. He took a bite of the roper. The taste was more bitter than bitter gourd, but he obtained the skills Tentacles, Infinite Mucus, and Crossbreeding. Arya was still hitting the corpse in anger. Later, Vulcan took them to a safe place where they were kept away from monsters with the help of a Philosopher's Stone. Seeing the water, Arya went to take a bath and called Tama over too. Tama, being a poor, decent Knight, sat facing the other way. While chatting, Vulcan revealed that elemental cats can breed with other species, and when Tama grows up, he could even do it with Arya. Arya jumped for joy. "Grow up fast, Tama. We'll meow out." Tama swore to himself, "I will never do that." The journey continued, and a C+ rank Minotaur appeared in front of them. Vulcan said this was the final test. Arya used her new Windblade, but the Minotaur didn't even get a scratch. Vulcan tried to help, but the Minotaur stopped her too. On the third attack, Arya gouged out the Minotaur's eye. Crazed with pain, the Minotaur rammed into the wall and rocks began falling on Vulcan. Tama immediately used Ether Howl and blew the stones away. Vulcan's life was saved. Seizing the opportunity, Arya ripped open the Minotaur's chest. A C+ rank monster was down. A celebration was held that night. They drank so much that Arya and Vulcan passed out on top of each other, and poor Tama ended up sandwiched between them. Unable to sleep, Tama checked his status. There was an option: evolve to second form. Tama started thinking, if I become a behemoth, will Arya leave me? Or should I remain a small kitten forever? The next day, Tama was still just a kitten. On the way, they saw two thugs beating a little girl. Arya chased them away. The girl's name was Lala, and she had no parents. Arya took her to the church where orphans lived. Tama felt proud of his master. She truly had a kind heart. That evening at the guild, Arya received a C rank promotion. The atmosphere was joyful, but then Anna delivered some bad news. People are disappearing in the city of Leonard. There is a demonic presence there, and whoever went there has not returned. Upon hearing the name of demons, Arya's expression changed. These were the same ones who had destroyed her village.